In discoteca con lo sguardo da serpente, io mi sono avvicinato, lei già non capiva niente. L'ho guardata, m'ha guardato e mi sono scatenato. Fred Astaire al mio confronto era statico e imbranato. Le ho sparato un bacio in bocca, uno di quelli che schiocca. Sulla pista di lavorata, lì per lì l'ho strapazzata, l'ho lanciata, riafferrata, senza fiato l'ho lasciata, tra le braccia m'è cascata, era cotta innamorata, per i fianchi l'ho bloccata e ne ho fatto marmellata.
Oh yeah, si dice così, no? E poi,
che idea?
Quale idea? Non vedi che lei non ci sta?
Che idea?
Quale idea? È maliziosa ma saprà tenere a bada un super bullo un po' come te. E poi che avresti di speciale che in un altro no, non c'è?
Che idea?
Quale idea? Non vedi che lei non ci sta?
Che idea?
Quale idea? Attento, lei lunga la sa, lei ti farà girare in tondo senza avere mai le cose che pretendi. E scusa, in fondo scusa, tu che dai?
Nella tana l'ho portata, le ho versato un'aranciata, lei s'è fatta una risata. Al mio whisky si è aggrappata e 5 litri si è scolata. Mi sembrava pelle andata, m'ha baciato, l'ho baciata. A un tratto l'ho agganciata, dalle braccia m'è sgusciata. M'ha guardato, l'ho guardata, l'ho bloccata, accarezzata sul visino sudifata. Ma sembrava una patata, l'ho acchiappata, l'ho frullata e ne ho fatto una frittata. Oh yeah,
si dice così, no? E poi,
che idea?
Quale idea? Non vedi che lei non ci sta?
Che idea?
Quale idea? È maliziosa ma saprà tenere a bada un super bullo un po' come te. E poi che avresti di speciale che in un altro no, non c'è?
Che idea?
Quale idea? Non vedi che lei non ci sta?
Che idea?
Quale idea? Attento, lei lunga la sa, lei ti farà girare in tondo senza avere mai le cose che pretendi in fondo. Scusa, in cambio tu che dai?
Che idea?
Quale idea?
Balla. 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 Che idea? 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 Idea, idea, idea.
People on a side. But who can stand when he's in demand? Her schemes and plans. Go and dance on the floor in a round. So take my strong advice. Just remember to always think twice. Don't think twice. She told my baby there's the three. And she looked at me, then showed a photo. Baby cried, his eyes were like mine. Go and dance on the floor in the round, babe. People always told me, be careful what you do. Don't go around breaking young girls' hearts. But she came and stood right by me. Just a smell of sweet perfume. This happened really soon. She called me to her home. Hey, the pretty jeans, not my love. She's just a girl who claims that I am the one. But the kid is not my son. The pretty jeans, not my love. She's just a girl who claims that I am the one. But the kid is not my son. No, she says I am the one. But the kid is not my son.
Dancing
waitress in a cocktail bar. When I met you, I picked you out, I shook you up and turned you around, turned you into someone new. Now 5 years later on, you've got the world at your feet. Success has been so easy for you, but don't forget it's me who put you where you are now, and I can put you back down too. Don't you want me? You know I can't believe it when I hear that you won't see me. Don't you want me? You know I don't believe you when you say that you don't need me. It's what you're led to find. You think you change your mind? You better change it back or we will both be sorry. Don't you want me, baby? Don't you want me? Oh, don't you want me, baby? Don't you want me? Oh.
I was working as a waitress in a cocktail bar. That much is true. But even then I knew I'd find a much better place, either with or without you. The 5 years we've had have been such good times. I still love you, but now I think it's time I live my life on my own. I guess it's just what I must do.
Don't you want me? You know I can't believe it when I hear that you won't see me. Don't you want me? You know I don't believe you when you say that you don't need me. It's what you're led to find. You think you've changed your mind? You better change it back or we will both be sorry. Don't you want me, baby? Don't you want me? Oh, don't you want me, baby? Don't you want me? Oh.
needs is really quite brief. I need a man who can bring my relief from all the stress and strains of the day with just a tiny stroll through Cartier. I need a man who can take me and taunt me and make me buy the things that I so richly deserve. A man who knows what I require has the thing that I desire. Is there anyone out there who has the nerve? I don't wanna be alone. Where is my baby? I don't wanna be alone. Where is my man? I spend hours by the phone. Where is my baby? I chew my fingers through the bone. Where is my man? Where is my baby? He can't be far. Look for an Oscar, a big cigar. Tell him to find me, send his car to this address. I have to stress, I need him now. I don't wanna be alone. Where is my baby? I don't wanna be alone. Where is my man? I spend hours by the phone. Where is my baby? I chew my fingers to the bone. Where is my man? The kind of man that I adore is the kind of man that gives me more of all the better things in life that aren't free. Such things as summer by the sea, the Hamptons, Malibu, Capri. The kind of man who comes alive when he comes near Rodeo Drive. It's the kind of man who wins my heart with style and class. You know, I've tried some other men, the kind with zeros less than 10. But every time I grab the ring, it's always brass. I don't wanna be alone. Where is my baby? I don't wanna be alone. Where is my man? I spend hours by the phone. Where is my baby? I chew my fingers to the bone. Where is my man? Where is my baby? He can't be far. Look for an Oscar, a big cigar. Tell him to find me, just send his car to this address. I have to stress, I need him now. Where is my baby? When will he start to use his visa right to my house? I'll give him carte blanche, baby, be smart. Drop your amount in my account, but do it now. I want a billionaire with a big, big yacht. Who can take me to Monte Carlo? 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 Who can take me to
I got the hots for you.
Summertime love and summertime love. Boys. Summertime love, summertime love and summertime love. Boys.
Boys.
girls in summertime love and the beach tonight. Say hey, say you, say me, say what? Everybody's got a cop. Don't stop, don't move. I just get your body in the groove. I said hey, I said who? I said me, said you. Gotta get in the groove.
Boys, boys, boys.
In the summertime love, in the summertime love.
Boys, boys, boys.
Let the summertime roll, let the summertime roll.
Boys, boys, boys.
Let the summertime roll, let the summertime roll.
Boys, boys, boys.
Let the summertime roll, let the summertime roll.
Boys, boys, boys.
Let the summertime roll, let the summertime roll.
Boys, boys, boys.
Let the summertime roll, let the summertime roll.
Boys, boys, boys.
Let the summertime roll, let the summertime roll.
Boys, boys, boys.
At the machine every day for all my life. I used to do it and I needed it. The only thing I want is just to rush, push, cash. Standing at the machine every day for all my life. I used to do it and I needed it. The only thing I want is just to rush, push, cash. Standing at the machine every day for all my life. I used to do it and I needed it. The only thing I want is just to rush, push, cash. At the machine every day for all my life. I used to do it and I needed it. The only thing I want is just to rush, push, cash. Standing at the machine every day for all my life. I used to do it and I needed it. The only thing I want is just to rush, push, cash. Standing at the machine every day for all my life. I'm used to do it and I needed it. The only thing I want is just to rush, push, cash.
words on TV, words for books, words of comfort, words of peace, words to make the fighting cease, words to tell you what to do. Words are working hard for you. Eat your words, but don't go hungry. Words have always nearly hung me. Words of nuance, words of skill, and words of romance are a pill. Words are stupid, words are fun. Words can put you on the run. Mots pressés, mots sensés, mots qui disent la vérité. Mots maudits, mots mentis, mots qui manquent le fruit d'esprit. Rap raised with a fast pace. Concrete words, abstract words, crazy words and lying words, hazy words and dying words, words of faith and tell me straight, rare words and swear words, good words and bad words. Words are trouble, words are subtle, words of anger, words of hate, words over here, words out there, in the air and everywhere, words of wisdom, words of strife, words that write the book I like, words will find the right solution to the planet Earth's pollution. Say the right word, make a million. Words are like a certain person, can't say what they mean, don't mean what they say.